Hey there. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to send a fetch request to a Google's app script, and from the app script, it will send you an email. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is you need to visit this site right here, https script.google.com. If you go to that site, it'll bring you over here. I already have a bunch of projects. You want to make a new project and you want to name your project whatever you want. I named mine email app. So in here, email app, the first thing you need is a function. So function, and here's the thing, there's specific function names that are reserved, and one of the function name that's reserved is doPost. So you have a doPost function. It'll take it was E for that's what it'll take. That's what you're gonna be sending in from a fetch request, and you'll have something like this, and all your content will go inside here. So this video is gonna be a little bit different. In my previous one, I used data, a form data to get data. But here, I'm not going to do that. I am simply going to use right here. Let data equals e.postData.Contents, right? And when I get the contents, I'm also gonna parse it from that, because in my from my JavaScript end, I'm going to be stringifying it. And so when I get the data, which is here, when I get the data, I want to unstringify it, and I'll be sending basically a dictionary object here. Okay, and just for confirmation's sake, we will return something. We're returning content service create output data. So this only takes strings. So as over here, this is a string because it comes in as a string. It comes in a string, and I parsed it. But here I'm just using data, so it should still remain a string. So create output only takes strings. And in between here, I am going to put mail app. So it's mail app dot send email, and you would have to surround it in a bracket and the curly braces. The curly braces, so you need two. You need subject and you need either body or htmlBody. I don't see no distinction between the two. I just use htmlBody just in case I want to send some HTML in there. And here is just the JSON data. This is the data that has been parsed. And I have here one of the headings is email, subject, and message. And you'll see why I put that over. It just put that these words here because I'm gonna be making an object with these keys. These are all here keys. So here we go. I cleaned up the function. It looks exactly as it is, and then we're going to deploy. And you should always use new deployment. I tried manage deployment. It messes things up. You always have to use new deployment every single time. So it's pain in the neck because you have to change your URL, but that's what you got to do. So new deployment. You select the type. The type is web app. You give it a description. You can say test1. The email and who has access. We'll give anyone access because who knows where you'll be sending this from. So anyone have access. You hit deploy and you will get your URL. Give it a couple seconds. Oh, the first time you're running it, you need to authorize access. So you get authorize access. You check on your account, and over here it says advanced. Over here is back to say, but in small gray letters here, I don't know if you can see, it says advanced. You click on that, go to the bottom, and you see here go to email app unsafe. So what you want to do, you want to click on that, and it says allow. You want to allow it. So you're just giving permissions for everything. Now it is updating your deployment. And it's done. Now, what you really need down here is this URL. So you're going to copy this URL and you hit done, right? And you want to keep that URL somehow. I normally keep it here, that just in case. And we'll be using that URL in our fetch request. Let's start our fetch request. I'm going to open up from the browser. I'm going to go up here to the right and look for inspect. And I'm going to open this here. And I'm going to go down here to console. And I'm going to clear all this. So this is the console here. I don't know if you can see. It's kind of hard to see. Maybe I can increase the font. Let's see there we go. That's a little bit better. Not great. And I have some code here. Maybe just enlarge this code here. So the code here, remember that URL that we previously had that was in the bottom here? So this URL, we'll be needing to put that into here. So the URL is that. So that's the URL. And I made some data. And again, the key here, see, this is a dictionary. So a dictionary object. So I have email, subject, and message. And I just have my generic email here and my subject and dictionary. And then I'm going to stringify this data. So all this data will be turned into a string. Remember, when you're sending requests, post requests, get requests, or post requests, it's always best to stringify it. So it makes the data easier to read, like easier to digest. So you stringify it, so you turn it into a string. And then here's your fetch request. The method will be post. And the body will be this here, stringDat. That's to be the body. And this is just to get the reply back to text in console.log, because over here I am returning basically that just as a confirmation. And let us send this and see what happens. It says here it authorizes required from the action. So I got an email saying that when you do this, when you deploy it, you get this email and you got to give access. So you got to do that first before you can send anything. So check activity, access was granted. Yes, it was me. So if you get a problem, you're gonna have to redeploy. So I had to go to this page here, and it says Google Security Alert, and you click on everything like it was granted. And you gotta click on check activity, and it looks like I already access granted. So you're gonna have to allow access first, and then you're gonna have to go back and then redeploy the app. And I already did that. I redeployed it. Here again, a new deployment. And once you do a new deployment, you can send your request here. And this should be the previous the new URL I got. And then once I send this, it gives me this is the reply back. This is what I sent back. And if you look at my email, this is my pawn account. Looks like I got an email. Let's go back up here. There we go. And I got the email here. And looks like everything is working. So that is how you send a fetch request to your Google script. Let me just close this and minimize this. To your Google script. And from your Google script, it will send you an email. And this, again, all this code will be in the description of this video. And if you like this content, please like and subscribe. And yeah.